Alright, what's up, y'all? So, I had posted on my Facebook the other day about me and my daughter experiencing basically a racial encounter. But the thing was, it was so crazy that a couple days ago, I took my baby to the park, and we were kind of in the area of Chicago where it's mostly Hispanic people, which is not a problem, of course, you know. And we go to the park, and when we get there, it's myself, it's Savannah, that's my baby girl, and there are two little boys, a little girl, and like a teenage girl. Now these people that were already at the playground were Hispanic, so usually when I take Savannah to the playground when she goes to play somewhere, she automatically just finds like refuge in whoever's there, grown-ups, adults, animals, anybody you can think of. She's just such a sweet little free spirit, and she just, because I feel like because she's an only child, she makes friends easy. Like, she doesn't have a problem being like outgoing and outspoken, so she'll go to the playground and she'll have everybody on the playground literally following behind her like the Rat Pack. So we were playing, and my baby is kind of sensitive sometimes. She's like mommy. So we hadn't even been there for like 2 minutes. I had just let her, you know, go ahead, play, do her thing, and like a couple minutes later, she runs to me. She's like, "Mommy, this little boy hit me." And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, Paige, you know, you gotta kind of toughen up. You know, you're at the playground. He probably bumped you or something by accident. Because when I looked up, they were just running around like on the play set. So then, as she's running back towards the play area, because I told her to just play kind of in an area kind of off to herself, which is what she usually does. And when I looked back, the little boy had a stuffed animal. As Paige was sliding down the slide, he was throwing the stuffed animal towards her. So at this point in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's just me out here. I was at my best friend's house, and the park was right across the street, and I was like, okay, let me just call him, because I don't know what's about to happen, and I'm about to lose my cool on a little kid, and I don't know how I'm gonna explain it. So he throws the teddy bear at Savannah, and it did. Now, mind you, nothing hit her, nothing touched her. Now, she said that he hit him. I didn't see that physically see that with my own eyes, but I wouldn't put it past me. So next thing I know, when he couldn't hit her with the stuffed animal, he starts spitting, like spitting towards her, like not like spitting. He was spitting everywhere. So at this time, it's just like, okay, I'm waiting on my best friend to come, because I don't know what's about to happen. So I'm shaking. I'm like, I can't let this little boy see me irate, because essentially it's this little kid upsetting me, but he know what he doing. So I walk up to the little boy, and I'm just like, "Where's your mother?" Because I don't want to talk to you. So the teenage girl that was with him, I just kind of walked up on her and was like, "Hey, are you his mom, cousin, whatever?" And she didn't say nothing. So when I get on the phone with my best friend to see what he is, she's like, "Oh, now mind you, this boy could have been no more than like 5 or 6 years old, probably the same age as Savannah, who's 4. He could have been no more than 5 or 6 years old." I hear this teenage girl tell this little boy, this 5-year-old boy, "You need to stop. I told you to stop." Now she's calling somebody. She's probably calling the cops. After that happened, I just stood there, and now I'm kind of like keeping like a hawk eye on them, because at this point it's just like, okay, you're not gonna run us from the play. I do not condone violence, but you ain't gonna play with mine, okay? Then I'm gonna just say that. Oh, at this point, the little boy walks up to me, and he's like, "You know I'm white." So I didn't say anything to him. The most I said to him was, "Where's your mom?" And when I didn't get that answer, I just kept my mouth shut, because I'm an adult and I can't be sitting here arguing with a 6-year-old kid at the playground. He's like, "You know I'm white, right?" And he's like, "Oh, my belly button, I have an Audi like black people." And then he goes on to say, "And I like fried chicken, and I eat watermelon, and I drink Kool-Aid." Now mind you, he's still cussing and spitting, and the little other kids that was with him, he hitting on them and spitting on them and beating on them. And at one point, he calls the little boy he was with a nigger. Hard ER, nigger. So when he starts saying this little stuff, clearly to like agitate me, I'm thinking to myself, okay, at this point, I'm knowing that somebody at your home is teaching you these things, because people don't just get born and they just, you know, first words out their mouth is nigger. You know, people ain't born racist. Racism is taught. Racism is learned. And so, you know, after that, I just let it go. My best friend ended up showing up, and I guess that kind of spooked him a little bit, because if y'all ever seen my best friend, he like dang near 6 feet. He a good 250, big beard, big muscles. Like I be probably running too. But yeah, so basically kind of spooked him off or whatever. And what ended up happening was I was just sitting there thinking to myself like, wow, like you really birthed a child so innocent, you know, so impressionable, and this is what you choose to teach them. Hey, this is what you choose for them to grow up to be. As if we already aren't living in days and times of like evil and hatred and hate crimes and race. So this is what you're choosing to put in your child's head. And I almost felt bad for the little kid until he walked away screaming nigger. So I would just like to implement a segment on my channel where we just highlight positivity and we have open-ended discussions about race. If anybody want to be a guest on my channel, feel free to please DM me, add me on Twitter, add me on Facebook, email me. All my social media handles will be, I won't say on the screen because I don't know how to do that. I'll have my social media handles in the description bar below. Thank you all for watching. Tune in to my next video, and tell a friend, bring a friend, subscribe. Bye. Come back when I'm done. Goodbye. I'm just trying to record a video. I'm already 10 minutes. That's way too long.